Hello, YouTube fam. How y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, a channel where I rant and I review. First of all, thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love and the support, and thank you for all the positive energy. Fam, I just want to say this is not just a channel. This is a community of collectors talking about things, dealing with collecting. Fam, you know what? We all done have FOMO, fear of missing out. I had it for Serpentor real bad. You remember when that Serpentor dropped, when everybody was getting the links for Serpentor and Dr. Mindbender? And, I was trying to find them, and each time people gave me links, they didn't work, and I went and they were sold out, and, all of that. My wife ended up buying me Serpentor off of eBay. And, it was a Christmas present. I appreciated the hell out of that. I had FOMO for the 89 Batmobile, still working through that situation. I had FOMO for the Python Patrol G.I. Joe people, along with the Crimson Guard, with the Crimson Guard bats. Fam, I know what FOMO is. When you sitting here, you fiending for that merchandise. You sitting here thinking, man, what if I could be one of those lucky, cool people to have one? And, you could post pictures that you got it, to feel, that adulation from everybody, from all your peers inside of the collecting community. Hell, I know what it's like. Being a collector is just like being in school, being one of the cool kids, being able to get the damn stuff. This is why people spend so much money to get the stuff before it drops, just to have everybody looking at you. I get a lot of people with YouTube channels. They go out there and find people who can get the stuff early, and they get it. And all of a sudden, you see them on their channel with this stuff saying, hey, man, look, this is what it is. They doing reviews, and you looking, you happy. You checking it out. Hell, I had FOMO with video games, man, and video game systems. Some Funko Pops, some of the Jordans, man. Shit, I done had FOMO with cologne. So I'm sitting here thinking, these DVDs and Blu-rays, I done had it that way too. I was sitting here looking at all this stuff. I've been trying to find Castle Grayskull for a long time. In box, but it looked like somebody kicked the damn box. For my birthday, my wife's best friend got me Captain Hook, one of the villains, Funko Pops. And she got me E.T., which I thought was really cool, fam. Man, please. Shit, if that ain't your childhood, I don't know what it is. But the reason why I'm mentioning all this stuff right now is because right now in the collecting community, we all trying to one-up one another. We trying to outdo each other. We trying to actually show off here. It's like church. You ever went to church? Shit, to be exact, have you ever went to anybody's church? Well, if you go to church, you see people dressed all up. If you go to black church, you see people in Sunday hats. They look like the damn Queen of England. They wearing the hats with the veils and the big old bonnets and that damn thing on it. The dresses and everything that look like you, the Queen of England. And, they're in there and they praising. They got their fans. You know what? They showing off. The guys coming in with all these loud suits on, looking like $1 million damn bucks. But see, this is what you see. This is what FOMO is, man. You showing your ass. You showing out. The fear of missing out, it makes you do strange ass things. Like I said, I got friends out there who buy cars. And just to get one of the, one of those cars that, people say, man, that's a cool car. I can see on work on it. And, I was telling one of my friends, I said, hey, if you want to get a YouTube channel going and you want to do automotive, I said, you need to start low. You need to start, at a certain price range, man, but everybody talking about hypercars. He said, man, I ain't got hypercar money. I don't even get that mid-tier, like, due to the economy. He was like, I don't have that Corvette money. And I said, you don't need to have Corvette money. I said, see, people looking at you to work projects. And see, a lot of people are looking for affordable things that you can do. Like, give you good examples. A Ford Probe GT. Like, anywhere from like 92 to 96. The Nissan 300ZX. From 1990 to 96. Camaro, IROC Z, the 80s version. Pontiac Firebird, the same damn thing. Fiero. These are things that you can do that will be cheaper. And you have still a lot of people watching. These are American-made cars, still with some American parts. And some of these parts you can find in junkyards. So in actuality, you shit, you still gotta win. Because people will still look. These are classic cars. These are cars that, they could do a lot. And look, I'm a grown, old ass man. I just look young. Um, I try to impart wisdom wherever I can. Before you spend an arm and a leg, you talking about you want to do a channel, you want to do a build, you want to do something, start small. Don't start big and you don't got an audience to support you doing this. You're not monetized, you're not anything. You just, you want to build, you want to start off small. And that's what I'm saying. I said, shit, do what you need to do, but don't overdo it too quick. Do it once you got the audience, that way it makes sense then. But right now you don't have an audience. You don't even have an idea what you really want to do. And see, I talk about FOMO. When I first started, I wanted to do a lot of stuff. I was like, man, I want to do things whereas I do reviews. And, I noticed one thing. When I did reviews, nobody watched. I got a whole bunch of friends who got do reviews and nobody watch them. And they're really good. Their stuff is edited. I mean, man, they get the points. They point out stuff. They got certain tools where they point to certain parts for you to see. And, the mechanics of the action figure, the transformer and stuff like that. Man, it amazes you when you look at this stuff. But see, sometimes, your audience ain't for that. I'm a ranter. I rant. I say some shit a lot of people can't say. And with that FOMO, and I was talking to people about Toys R Us and Ollie's, a lot of people were understanding that because they know the frustration of going to those places, especially Toys R Us inside of Macy's. Everybody else done felt the Batmobile in there. You went in there, you can't find a damn thing. And see, again, you mad. And, you're not just being an asshole. You mad because, look, I'm doing the exact same damn thing what people doing. I went to the exact same places where a lot of people found them at, and they didn't have them. So it's making you feel some kind of way. And it ain't nothing wrong with that. I know this is not FOMO, but I'm just saying, you going through all of this to get it, and you just frustrated. But once you get it, like I tell people, this plastic crack is different. It's different. It's a drug. When you open that package, when, like, put it like this. When you open this toy right here, this Crimson Guard bat, when you open it, you pull the lid, you open it, you sniff it, you looking at the toy, you looking at everything about it, you checking out the box, checking for imperfections, you looking at everything, and you looking at it and like, yeah, and you looking. But see, it got endorphins in your mind just going, and you got that high of a new product, and you feeling some kind of way. That's what FOMO is, in my opinion. That's what missing out does to me. If you don't get that feeling when you don't buy shit. Like I said, sometimes it's okay, but see, it's okay to also talk about it, to look at it, to understand it, like, what am I doing? How am I about to do this? What I'm about to buy, what I'm about to get into, fam. And that's how I look at everything that I go into. I look at every little piece that I buy, be like, why? Where am I going to put it at? What is this going to do? Like I said with all of y'all, I had the FOMO with Galactus and that Sentinel. But guess what? With the Galactus, like I told you, plenty of times, people done offered me the price that I was looking to pay it, but it's still, where the hell am I going to put that big ass thing? Again, I could have bought a Super Mario, one of those big statues that somebody was selling. But I'm like, where the hell am I going to put it at? I don't want no big ass Super no Mario. Fam, if I told you how many times somebody tried to sell me the actual Terradrome that I got up there, it's crazy. The USS flag, I had quite a few people trying to sell it to me, but a lot of them have sketchy, situations going where I don't want to F with people like that. I want to make sure that I'm safe when I'm doing transactions, like a lot of you are. FOMO is something that a lot of people don't understand. The fear of missing out will make you do some crazy shit. You will go to some crazy lengths. You will go out in the middle of the woods to a cabin in the damn woods to pick up a PS5. because you want to be one of the people who have it. So you did something that you know that wasn't safe, but you just didn't care. It didn't click here. But see, that's what FOMO does to you. It makes you do some shit that ain't normally in your wheelhouse. You going outside the box saying, hey, look, they may actually have it. You know damn well it might be a robbery situation, fam. Like I said, if something sounds too good to be true, 9 times out of 10 it is. Man, if you feel that you might get hurt doing something, don't do it. Again, you could always go to a police station and do transactions with people there. They may look at you and be like, what the hell going on? You could explain it to them. I didn't want to do this anywhere else. I wanted to be somewhere safe. They advertised that we could do this in a police station. And, you know, after a while, you explain the situation, they understand. That's one less call they got to go on. Did you hear me? That's one less call they got to go on. That's why I say make sure when we out here fiending. I had a friend that I used to work with. He was about to sell the rims on his car. They wanted him to meet them in the person who was buying the rims wanted to meet him at like a Jewel Osco in a parking lot. And he was right there, and the guy said he's inside the store, and he was this and that, and he was walking around. And the guy said, I'm feeling some kind of way because this guy's walking around, you know. I got the wheels in back of my car, you know, because he want to buy these rims. And he said, man, what I did was I made a conscious decision. I seen him on his phone walking around like he was waiting on somebody. So I made the executive decision because, I could say it anytime I don't want to sell. He said, I pulled off and left. The guy said, where you going? He said, oh, man, I've been waiting on you for 30 minutes. You've been there the whole damn time. You see my point? Sometimes either you want to sell something to buy something that you say you want something else. See, all of this stuff will get you in some crazy ass situations. Even when you have the money, sometimes you may spend the money that meant for something else just to buy this. People do that shit all the time. You know, like I said, when transactions over a certain amount, I got to talk to my wife. I can't sit here and say I'm going to spend $500 on something and not talk to some damn body. I'm going to talk to my wife. I'm going to sit her down. Whether she be like, hey, look, maybe that ain't a good idea at this point in time with this market being the way it is. Hey, shit, she say that all the time. With this market being the way it is, you know, but that's just my thought process, fam. These are my thoughts on FOMO. To everybody who have recently subscribed, again, I want to say thank you. To everybody that been rocking with us A1 since day one, thank you. I appreciate you. Till later, peace out.